pit.
That's right.
And the pit was empty,
Yeah.
and it had no water in it.
Amen.
But by and by, there were some strangers that came by, and they brought him out of the pit, and he came on made his way through the straps there into the land of Egypt.
Yeah.
And into the land of Egypt, Joseph, he got in trouble sometimes, not his own fault.
That's right.
But sometimes in life, life will throw you a curveball sometimes.
Yeah.
But you got to stay with God.
Amen.
Maintain your integrity. He was a slave boy in Potiphar's house.
Yeah.
I said it ain't where you start out, but where you end up in life.
Yes.
The Bible says Joseph was faithful. He was faithful with the business of Potiphar. Potiphar, he was so caught up in Joseph's faithfulness. The Bible says he didn't know how much money he had himself. When he had business going, he said, see Joseph, he know how much I got. And when God gives you favor like that, you really need to maintain your integrity. Because you can take these goods and make mockery of somebody else's business. But God had favor. Hallelujah. God got favor for you on today. You maintain your integrity and watch what God do for you. Oh, I believe God gonna stir up something on today. And because Potiphar was a traveling man, sometimes he would go out of town. And when he went out of town on one occasion, Potiphar's wife tried to get Joseph to come to bed with her. To have a He said, oh, not so. I can't do that to my master. He's good to me. When somebody good to you, you don't want to offend them. You want to do good back to them. This thing reciprocate. You good to me, I'll be good to you. And he took a stand for right. But Potiphar's wife was so caught up in him, so enamored with him, so I just got to have you. She caught him by his coat. Sometimes the enemy will catch you by your coat. And you have to run. You got to run for your life. Because ain't no good going to come out of that. Ain't no time to go to prayer meeting. Ain't no time to call prayer. It's time to run. See, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all have been in some situations. If you don't obey the flesh, you went the other way. But I thank God you made a good choice in your here today. Oh, you can smile at me all you want. I know you've been there. I've been there too. They told me one time I make the best dinner you ever had. I told her, no, you can't. My wife was a real good cook. I know what she was trying to do. She was trying to set me up. But the devil was trying to set you up. If my wife couldn't cook a boiled egg, I'm going to let her cook me now. We'll eat that boiled egg again in Jesus' name. The devil will rob you of God's blessing. He ran out of his coat. Ran out of his coat. You hear me? And Potiphar said to her husband, he came back, see what that slave boy did. He tried to come into me. Potiphar got hot. I've been so good to this young man. Look how he has done me. Put him into prison. And Joseph thinking, what happened? God said I was going to be great. Put him into prison. Y'all ever heard the story of the baker? Y'all heard the story of the baker and the butler? They had a dream. One of them had a dream, and just to make it quick, God was going to bless one, and the other one, they was going to lose his head. He was going to be hanged. And Joseph told him, when God deliver you, you remember me. Sometimes you want people to remember the good things you did for them. But he went back to the king, forgot all about Joseph. Just forgot all the good things. God, he really saved his life. Here we go. The king had a dream. Nobody could interpret this dream. No one could interpret this dream. The king got so mad he wanted to kill even those astrologers and philosophers because they couldn't interpret the dream. And the baker remembered. I remember. There is a slave boy who can tell you these dreams. And he brought Joseph up, cleaned him up, washed him up, brought him before the king. See, it's not where you start now, it's where you finish. He brought him up and he told him all that he knew. He told him how God was going to bring famine in the land for 7 years. He said, I tell you, Pharaoh, you better store up. Because there's going to be some hard times coming. And he listened to it. He said, I believe that these words are true. That this young man is saying unto me. Hallelujah. And he said, he did all these things. And God blessed Joseph so much that the king said, I got to make him ruler.
That's right.
He see what's going on. And in that verse it said in the 41st chapter, and it said in the 40th verse, thou shalt be over my house, and according to thy word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than thou. He brought Joseph from the prison all the way up to second in command. When the chariots ride by, you had to bow down to Pharaoh, and you had to bow down to Joseph. But that wasn't the end of the story right there. When God blessed Joseph to be way up there, then famine began to come across the land. There was no food nowhere. People began to gather the little food they had. They said, we're going to eat this and die probably. But they said, I heard there was food in Egypt, I believe his father said. And just, I'm trying not to rush, but I want to get to the point here, you know. Let me give you this point here. Don't let your beginning be your end. Don't let your beginning be your end. If God bless you, my brothers and my sisters, to get a job, and you are right there at that spot, you say, oh, I thank the Lord. I got me a job now. I came to that job, I had my shoes shined, I had my hair fixed, I had my clothes ironed. Oh, I'm ready for that job. And God bless you, God begin to promote you. God will cause you to rise up a little bit. And when they say, come on, take a ride with me. What they do? They want you to be a representative of that company. They want to promote you. But I tell you what, but if you begin to go backwards, they ain't gonna remember that. You got to be strong. You got to be diligent. You got to continue in the things that brought you there. You got to continue these things. So in Joseph, when he saw how God is blessed, he remembered his family. Sometimes when God brings you up, don't forget where you come from. When God bless you, remember the ones that helped get you there. Amen. Remember the ones that prayed for you. Remember the ones that gave you a ride to church. Remember the ones that gave you a ride to work. People real quick to forget the ones that gave them a ride. Amen. Sometimes you get up there, we get a little bourgeoisie. We get a little sedated. We begin to forget where we came from. Oh, I don't shop at those stores no more. I don't go to that place no more. This is my side of town over here. We got to remember where we came from, church. It's not where you start, but it's where you finish.